Alright guys, this is going to be an exciting one. Today we're going to be checking out the Stylized Fantasy Castle environment. This is the Skyreach set from Polyart Studio. I'm excited to check this out. This will be the first time with this one. The only other asset I had by them was the Dreamscape Landscape, I think it is, which we'll check out as well maybe in the next one. So let's get right into this one. First off, I want to mention that I didn't rebuild the lighting because this asset, the lighting's not built when you first open it, which is fine. Not a big deal. I just didn't want to wait for it to happen. And my graphic settings aren't on ultra by any stretch. I think they're on low. I just want to keep things fast. But if you guys want to check out the demo, I highly recommend going to the trailer for this one and looking at what it really looks like when it's all fully built. It's pretty breathtaking by the trailer, so don't let that take away from anything in this video. So let's get right into it. Alright, just gonna click play, and I'm just hopped back in with the template I was using before this, and I didn't do anything with that. So alright, so far this looks really good, aside from me not having the lighting built. The water looks really good, and I expect it to look even better when I put it on Ultra. The only thing I'm noticing is the collision is classic for this author. They may have some of the worst. We're on water, which I guess it's ice, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, the other thing I was going to mention is this author is notorious for some of the worst collision settings I've ever seen. In my next review, I'll show you exactly what I mean, because half the map is unusable due to collision settings. So far the interiors are really good though. Collisions are fantastic in here and they look really alive. Once you add in some characters in here, I think this would be absolutely breathtaking. So they're really well designed. The stairs work great, that's good. That's a welcome change. These stairs do not work. So the collision settings are a mess on these already. Can't go up there. So yeah, classic for this author is collision settings are the worst. And for the price of this, I would expect the collision to be better on things. That's a huge disappointment for the price point on this. This is not a cheap asset pack by any stretch. So for the trees to not have collision, I'm guessing there's probably a ton of collision problems in this. I just literally opened this now after the shaders compiled, and I'm already seeing collision. Another collision. Can't get up the stairs unless you roll. Yeah, so you can't walk up there. The collision settings are a mess. So if you go to walk up there, you have to crouch your player capsule down to even... No, I can't get up there now. Great. So yeah, collision settings are an absolute nightmare in this. You're going to be reworking a lot of the meshes, I would suspect, because the collision is just terrible. But overall, this looks absolutely breathtaking. Especially when the lighting is built. I expect this to just pop perfectly. Like over here looks fantastic. It would all carry the same flow as the lighting was built. You wouldn't have all these shadows and things. But overall, this, I mean, you could build anything with this. I think, in my opinion, if you were going to build a stylized game, I do think this is a pack to buy. Oh, more collision problems. Aside from the collision problems, which is a nightmare, and if you were going to build your own map from scratch, not use the included map, you'd have a lot of good things to start with. But I don't think this is worth 5 stars just because of the collision. That's really, it's a pain. It's a pain in the ass is what it is. This is the worst goddamn thing I've ever seen in any asset packs, is this author and his collision settings. Sorry to rant about it, but it pisses me off when you pay this kind of money for this asset. Not happy. But I'm just going to back out of this for a second and take a look at this map. See if I can play from here and get outside. There we go. So yeah, outside, no collision on the trees or any of the foliage, I guess. So yeah, if I was building a stylized game, I think this does include pretty much everything you'd ever want for like a medieval Stylized RPG. So you could spend a lot of money on other assets and combine them together and stuff, but I don't think you get the amount of stuff you get in this. I mean, you're getting like an open world, you're getting castle environment, which is really good. So I can't take anything away from that. A lot of this is really well designed. I don't want to ramble on too much, but I will say this is not a 5-star asset. AAA with a lot of extra work on collision settings and maybe even optimization, but I would not give this 5 stars. I'm probably going to leave it like a maybe even a 3.9 stars, because this author, for the price point on this, got to get his shit together. This is like $300 or $400. I think, I don't know what it was with tax for me, but it was not cheap. So yeah, the collision is just god awful. So if you guys want to check this out, I suggest looking at the trailer. You get some popping going on. I suggest looking at the trailer and seeing if this is right for you guys. Maybe it is for the price point. If you guys are making a stylized game, I would recommend it. Once the lighting is built, you guys work out the collision settings. Probably just as simple as going into the mesh itself, changing the complexity of the collision to on and reworking it from there. But for the price point, it shouldn't be this much of a nightmare. So overall, I would say this is like a 3.9 out of 5, just because he can't get his collision settings down. And stay tuned for my next review, because I'm going to be doing the free for the month one. I'll show you what I mean by it. It's not just this asset. Although this is breathtaking, it's beautiful, the collision settings are enough for the price point to make me deduct like 1.5 stars or even more. It's unacceptable for the price point. So hopefully this helps you guys out in making your decision on whether or not you're going to buy this, because it is on sale right now as well, but I would probably not pay full price for this at any point. Kind of feel ripped off at what it is, because I knew what I was getting into before I hit the purchase button with their collision settings. But if you guys can get past that, rework it, you'll have a solid set of assets for whatever you're trying to build in a stylized world. I think you'll get it all. Get a lot of mileage out of this. Let's see what the water's like. I suspect, oh, this one works. The collisions are fine on this one. So yeah, hopefully you guys can check this out. Hopefully it helped you in making your mind up. Just be prepared for reworking a lot of collision stuff, because I bet I never even touched on a lot of things that the collision needs to be redone on. So this is my first time launching this, not even kidding, and we found a ton of it. So hopefully this helped you out again. Have a great holiday, and I'll see you guys in the next one.